Hello, everyone from Austin, Texas. It is Ryan Allison. Now we are going into software for scaling up. We are in not step 6, we're in step 7, scaling. Let's get in here and jump right in. So these are our recommended tools, recommended tech stack for SaaS firms. As you scale up, you're going to need some tools. Now, these might not be the same ones you use, and that's okay. But we do want to just at least list the ones that we found and that we like here at SaaSRise and that we have often used in building our companies. For bookkeeping, I like Pilot. It's about $500 to $700 a month. I like that they use QuickBooks Online, but that they do it completely for you. A little bit better than Bench, which is cheaper, but doesn't use QuickBooks Online, which makes it a little bit hard to shift. If you want to say upgrade in the future, you have to sort of redo it in a more standardized platform like QuickBooks or Xero. For landing pages, we like Unbounce. For CRM, we actually use High Level because it's simple. We're also only a 3-employee firm, so if we were building a 50-person or 100-person firm, we had a more complex need, we'd probably go to HubSpot. Ad tracking, we use Cometly. For our website, we use Webflow. For our metrics, we like both ChartMogul and Bearmetrics, although ProfitWell is nice too because it's free. FounderPath also has a nice metrics platform for free. We use Stripe for our credit cards, Apollo and Instantly for our sales leads, Intercom for customer service, Gusto for payroll and benefits, Instantly for email prospecting, Gecko Board for dashboards, visible KPI dashboards, and Asana for project management, and sometimes ClickUp as well. So those are the tools that we use. Let's just briefly go through them. The CRM tool or marketing automation tool that you use is going to depend on the size of your firm and how sophisticated you are and how big of a sales team you have and the average cost per sale. We use High Level. It's simple. It gets the job done, but you might need HubSpot or even Salesforce if you have a bigger sales organization. We like Pilot for accounting. That works really well with QuickBooks Online, which we like. And you could also use Bench, which has its own customized platform, but we like using Pilot. Pricing is about $500 to $900 a month, as I mentioned. And that's, depending on your amount of monthly expenses, it goes up from there. Make sure you're tracking your accounting accurately from the beginning, and definitely and obviously separate personal and business expenses. For customer service systems, we like Intercom, but we've heard good things about Zendesk as well, and HubSpot Service Hub. You can just see some examples of some of the software platforms out there that bring all the conversations together in one place. Zendesk, Intercom. Intercom has some really good AI automated functionality now, which we've heard good things about. There's also livechat.com. For cap table management, we like Carta. It's a little bit more expensive than Pulley, but it is the standard and definitely gets the job done and helps us explain, what are these options worth? What is the strike price? How do you exercise them? When are they vested? Those types of things. So it helps with both employees as part of the ESOP, the Employee Stock Option Plan, as well as investors, and provides very clear guidelines on how many shares, what your ownership is, etc. You can also do the same thing on CapShare or Pulley, which are a little bit less expensive than Carta. For expense reimbursement, we recommend Expensify. Now, you don't need all these tools right away, but once you get to 15 or 20 employees and you might not want to give them all debit cards or credit cards, it can be helpful to have an expense reimbursement platform for when they travel or when they have company expenses. So you can use Expensable. For accounts payable and bills, you can use bill.com. It's a good way of getting invoices paid as well as paying bills. And for payroll, we like using Gusto, although in the past we used to use Paychex and ADP. I like Gusto. It's definitely recommended by a lot of our members. For HR systems, you don't really need these till you have over 250 employees. You can just sort of use basic performance management systems, like a 15.5 or something like that to get a pulse on how your team is doing. But once you're big enough, you can check out SuccessFactors or Workday. These are called human resource automation platforms, human capital management platforms. Here's SuccessFactors. For project management, it should be on here, ClickUp, but haven't put it on here yet. But we sometimes will use ClickUp and Asana. I use Trello personally to manage my personal tasks, but I use ClickUp and Asana at the company-wide level. Here are just some screenshot examples. For performance review tools, you can use Betterworks or Mesh or Trackstar, or just do it in a spreadsheet. That works to start. For real-time KPI dashboarding, I like GeckoBoard and Clipfolio. And I like it because it brings in data from many different tools into one place. And HubSpot has really good dashboards for looking at marketing and customer service, but it is a little bit harder to bring data in from other sources into HubSpot. For investor updates, visible.vc is great. Makes it easy to show how the metrics are going. And for insurance providers, we've heard from our members to get with the Hartford or MBroker and to make sure you get the right amount of EO, D&O, general liability, and cybersecurity insurance. So ultimately what we're going to be talking about over the next couple lessons are systems. These are just some of the software tools that allow you to put systems in place. Systems are a collection of processes and tools that run without you so that you can go home at night and the business can keep growing. So you can take a couple months off in the summer and the business keeps growing. You want to build a business that can work without you. Here are some examples of systems that you need to start putting in place as you get to 25, 50, 75 employees and beyond. We're going to be talking about these in the next few lessons. And as always, investors like to invest in systems that don't go home at night. And buyers, M&A acquirers, like to buy companies that have systems that don't go home at night. So as you think about building systems in your company, you want to think about, when is the right time to get a COO in place. If you're more the strategy product investor person, the people person, if you will, the marketing person, then you may want to hire a COO earlier to be the implementer. So homework for preparing for the next section on systems and processes: make a list of every system and major process in your business. You can do that in Trainual or Notion. And then you can make a list of all the systems and processes you want to add in the next few months. Hope you've enjoyed this section on what was this on? This is on, sorry, it's late here, on this section on software for SaaS. If I can make any recommendations or referrals in this area, feel free to reach out to our community or to me on Slack or WhatsApp. Hope you're all doing well. I'm burning the midnight oil here in Austin, getting this course done. I'm excited to be bringing this to you all wherever you are around the world today. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for spreading the word about SaaSRise and being part of the community. Take care, everybody. Cheers.